All right, problems 9, 10, and 11 are very, very similar. So we're going to talk about them kind of all together. Write the word do on number 9. All right, so number 9. A study of a population of 1,000 rabbits revealed that 12 out of every 200 rabbits have spots on their back. Based on this study, how many rabbits in the population do have spots on their back? And I've given you the proportion. Part to whole is equal to some number out of the total. Okay, so our rabbits, we have 1,000. That's our total. And we want to know what part of that total has the spots. My part in whole is this 12 out of 200. All right, so 12 out of 200 rabbits have spots. Okay, so I set up a proportion so that I can cross multiply and solve for x. So I get 200x is equal to 12 times 1,000. And I picked these numbers because they're pretty easy to work with. So 12 times 1,000, that's just 12, and then add on your 3 zeros. Okay, so if 200x is equal to 12,000. Divide both sides by 200. That 200's divide away. Divide by 10 knocks off 2 zeros. Divide by 10 knocks off 2 zeros. So I have 120 divided by 2. If you can't do that in your head, then just divide that out. Okay, 2 goes into 12 6 times. Subtract and bring down, and 2 goes into 0 0 times. So based on the study, how many rabbits in this population do have spots on their backs? So we set up the proportion and solved, and so we have 60 with spots. Okay, so we answered our question. Write do not on number 10. All right, number 10, a study of a population of 1,000 rabbits revealed that 12 out of every 200 rabbits have spots on their back. Based on this study, how many rabbits in the population do not have spots on their back? So this problem is exactly the same as number 9, except for the word not. Okay, I normally subtract first so that I don't forget, but that's going to make us work with some bigger numbers. And since we just worked number 9, we're going to use number 9 to help us answer number 10. So on number 9, we found out that 60 rabbits have spots. So we have 60 with spots, okay, out of that 1,000. So if I want to know the ones that don't have spots, I've got to subtract that 60 from the 1,000. All right, so I just need to borrow, not that much though. So we have 940. Okay, that do not have spots. All right, so 1,000 minus 60 is 940. Write do not for number 11. All right, so number 11 is very similar to 9 and 10. It's just got a little bit harder numbers. A study of a population of 1,100 rabbits revealed that 12 out of every 220 rabbits have spots on their backs. Based on the study, how many rabbits in the population do not have spots on their backs? Okay, so we have our part to whole and the number we're trying to find out of the total. So my total is the 1,100, and I want to know what part of that is not going to have spots. Well, I'm going to go ahead and use this number here, the 12 and the 220, and this will tell me how many do have spots. But that'll give me, it's going to give me some smaller numbers to work with for right now. So I'm going to cross multiply 220x is equal to 12 times 1,100. So the 220x is equal to 12 times 11 is 132. Add on your 2 zeros. Divide both sides of your equation by 220. That divides away. Divide by 10 real fast and knock off the zeros. So we have 1,320 divided by 22. All right, so 22 is going to go into 132 6 times, because 22 times 6 is 132. All right, goes in there nice and even. So I'm going to subtract and bring down. I just have zeros, but I got those are important. 22 just goes into 0 times, so that's 60 rabbits that do have spots. Okay, so this says 60 that do have spots. So I did a lot of math, but I didn't answer my question because I need to know which ones do not have spots. Well, I started with 1,100 rabbits, and I'm subtracting off the 60 that do have spots, and that's going to give me how many do not have spots. So 0 from 0 is 0, 6 from 10 is 4, going to have to borrow, and then bring down your 0 and bring down your 1. So 1,040 do not have spots, and that answers my question.